guys looking at each other and violins playing in the background.
I just thought this was going to be a good episode, but I was so sadly disappointed so quickly off the mark. All right, look, come on.
So you and Jolly think this is a great film?
I need you to focus now. Come on.
So you and Jolly think it's a great film?
I thought it was a great film, and Jolly's opinion is largely irrelevant.
Okay.
Yep.
What did you like about the film?
I liked the CGI, obviously. I thought the CGI was very clever. Mr. Serkis did a superb performance. He was playing Caesar, and the way they were able to mesh human eyes into the body of chimpanzees that was over, had been, pardon me, that was like mobile and moving around was superb, I thought.
Well, the CGI now has really gone from like massive leaps and bounds. They've got a full outfit now with metal arm things so that they can actually look like they're doing the ape running thing.
And yet in the Sapphire, they could not even do a bullet mark.
I think the amount of money spent on the Sapphire compared to this film...
I'm not letting go of that. I'm just letting you know now. I'm not letting go of that.
But, I mean, you watch Planet of the Apes 2001.
Yep.
And then you watch this film, and the CGI is just amazing.
Do you know, there was one part of the CGI that wasn't impressive.
What's that?
It looked quite fake when I was sitting there watching. You know how Caesar's hiding behind the rock right towards the end and the whole army moves past him and you're looking between the rocks? I thought that looked quite fake.
It didn't jar with me at all.
Okay, all right. Well, yes, it jarred with me. It looked very green screen kind of thing.
Okay, no, I didn't get that vibe.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
But the CGI is just incredibly impressive.
Yep.
I mean, the fact that these actors are actually doing all these things now. And they're actually, jumping around and doing all this stuff and riding the horses and everything like that.
Okay, so what did you think of the plot, considering it was such a rip-off?
Would you stop? I have to admit, I did have to go and Google search some things.
Like Apocalypse Now?
No, I didn't have to do that because I've already seen that. I find that this film, it's not you can watch it as a standalone film, but watching the rise of the Planet of the Apes and the dawn of the Planet of the Apes is kind of really important because you don't learn about certain characters that they're talking about, like Cobra and things like that.
Oh, yes, but look...
No, but I find that extra...
Sure.
Information would have been helpful.
I got that Cobra was from a previous movie. And he was
but
a main
it doesn't
character.
help you because what his relationship is with Cobra.
You
can grasp it, later on the film.
I'm sure it was very important in the previous films, but I don't think it was particularly relevant.
But what I'm saying is, I think if you're going to watch this film, you've got to watch them in order.
Oh, probably.
It's not a good.
You'll enjoy it.
You know how there's some films that are good standalone films.
Yes.
You don't need to watch the previous ones.
Yes.
This one, I think it would be better. You'd get more out of it if you watched the previous films.
Dumber and Dumber 2.
I haven't seen Dumber and Dumber 2.
Yes, it's an excellent standalone.
Okay, that's great.
Well, people who'd watched Dumb and Dumber wouldn't certainly go and watch the second one. So the only people who would watch Dumber and Dumber 2 are people who haven't watched Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, that's not true. I'm sure there's lots of people out there who love it because it's got Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels and whatever.
Yep.
But
and that's why Trump's in power at the moment.
Anyway,
I just got to look. Ooh.
Did you notice the guy who played Bad Ape?
Bad Ape.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, he was the comic foil.
Yeah, but as in, do you recognise him?
He was an ape.
Do you recognise his voice?
Oh, for God's sake, he was a fucking chimpanzee. No, I didn't recognise his voice.
Well, because there's so many characters I didn't, but his voice, it's funny because the day before I'd been watching Daddy Daycare with Charlie, and then his voice, I listened to him and I went, hang on, that's the guy from Daddy Daycare. It's Steve Zahn. He's been in heaps of other films, but he's in Daddy Daycare.
Okay, cool.
I just went, but it's funny because you look at them and then you can sort of
see the similarities.
I know, only because you're looking for them.
Yes,
which is a bit sad.
Yes, I think there's a bit of projection going on there.
I know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's funny because
you are anthropomorphizing an ape
in more ways than one.
Exactly.
If you recognise their voices,
yes, you would never have put that into him. Yeah, but it was nevertheless.
That's what I mean.
It was still a funny character, and it was very well done.
I thought it was. Look, It was all right, the film, but I thought the CGI was really good. It had lots of strong action, but yeah, it was sort of I don't know.
So the plot worked?
I guess so. It wasn't a strong plot.
No.
I mean, I get why, because, when you lose your family...
Yes, it had essentially the same plot as Commando.
Are you going to do this for the whole thing? Seriously?
Oh, well, he loses somebody, then he goes off and kicks ass. We've done this before. It's fine.
Well, he doesn't kick ass.
Hey?
He doesn't kick ass at first, does he?
No.
He has to wait for everyone else to help him out.
He gets the shit kicked through him, and then that makes him stronger. Because it didn't kill him.
No, I guess not.
Yes.
But,
We're being a bit silly tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, but you're doing it too.
Yes, I know. It's been an odd day. As I said, I put in my apologies. We're a little bit insane tonight.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so you liked it.
I thought the plot was all right, but it wasn't made me go, oh my gosh, this was awesome. It looks awesome. But the storyline, I don't know if that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was because I missed the first two.
Okay. Well, I found that the plot was quite basic.
You said Commando.
Well, that is quite basic.
Does that mean you don't like Commando?
No, I love Commando. But
Then
the plot is very basic. Why don't you let off some steam, Bennett? I know Commando very well.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, but it's essentially the same thing. Guy loses something, then goes on, jihad and, a guerrilla jihad. And
I thought some of it was interesting. Like the little girl in it. I love the fact that, she's having a blood nose and she's bled on her doll.
I must say the virus thing was a nice little complication.
Yeah, I like that. And
and that was intelligently done, and it wasn't obvious, and they didn't hit you over the head with it. So well done on that
and there's
score.
little parts of it where, at the in the morning when they're all there and he's grooming himself, shaving his head, and they're all going, like apes. And they're all the apes are all looking at them going, what the?
No, they're not doing it like apes. They're doing it like soldiers.
Really? Because I got an ape vibe rather than a soldier vibe.
Sometimes the difference isn't great.
Really? Because I reckon most people watching this will go, oh, how primitive are these people?
Hoorah. Hoorah.
No, I still reckon.
Okay, that's fine.
But anyway, so if you're watching this, have a look at that scene. It happens twice.
There is a thing about soldiers in that they dig deep down into their bestial levels.
And become primitive?
No, they have to bring on...
Yes, they do.
Oh, no.
So it's a bit like that, isn't it?
Can I finish?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends where you're going with this.
I'm just going to point out that soldiers generally, by and large, can be very intelligent, but sometimes, let me finish, sometimes they have to dig deep and bring out their bestial self for the aggression because it's their ass that's on the line that's got to run in front of machine guns and what have you.
They weren't getting ready for war. All they were doing was opening up the cages to let the apes out.
When you're in the service of any service, there's a certain amount of that sort of thing going on.
Where they want you to turn into an ape and go and fight.
No, that's rather offensive.
I know, but I'm just liking the way you cringe and go, Pip. Pip.
I apologise to all the servicemen out there, throughout the world that are listening to this, for the rather shocking attitude that my compatriot here has got. So, you're a bad person. I've been telling everybody for episode after episode. Nobody believes me, and it's all coming out now.
Only to you, it's all right.
Yeah, I get you half drunk on a bloody gin and tonic, and it all comes out now.
No, I think it's a gin and a gin.
Let the real Pip step forward.
A gin and a gin. So how many stars would you give it, Paul?
Oh, look, it's got a lot of good things going for it, but it's also got a few bad things going for it, as far as I'm concerned. It's a bit of a mixed bag. I think it was entertaining. I think it was very entertaining because I got to the end of it and I went, yeah, that was great.
I think it was entertaining.
But when you stop and you think about it, there was several bits of it that weren't great.
There were some good bits, and there were some bits that were, I'd almost say, weak.
So let's just say it's patchy.
Yeah.
I think patchy sums it up. Mm-hmm. So on the basis of that, with its greatness and with its patchiness, and like I'm quite happy to talk about the patchy bits, and I think we've done that reasonably well, have we? Or
unless
have
you
we not
have extra patchy bits you'd like to discuss.
Well, the plot, as I said, isn't super complex. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but the CGI was very good in places, and at other times it was quite ordinary.
But that's only your opinion.
That's only my opinion, but as we explained last week, my opinion actually counts here. I'm the one who gives the score.
No, I get that.
Yeah. So look, I'm going to go 7.5. I don't think it's quite an 8 for a really strong film, although I think it was a strong film, but there was a few bits. The fact that it ripped off Apocalypse Now so egregiously, no, I'm sorry, but it did. And you could say it was a homage to Apocalypse Now, and it was a homage to Colonel Kurtz's character, but I don't. I think it was just a straight rip-off.
Okay.
Even though it said Apocalypse Now underneath, I did see that. I saw the link. I didn't miss it, but I don't think it's an excuse. I don't think it gets him off that easy. Because Woody Harrelson should have the brains to be able to come up with his own character.
What if that's the character they wanted him to do?
He went away and he copied.
How do you
He went
know?
away and he copied.
Did you ring him up and ask him?
Because I know every scene in
Oh,
Apocalypse
gosh.
Now. That's why. I know it very, very
So
well.
7.5 from Paul.
That's correct.
And I'll do 7. 7 from me.
Why do you say 7?
Because I thought the overall film is a great film in the fact that it looks fabulous, it sounds fabulous, but some of the plot to me was probably a little bit weak, and therefore, you know, for me, plot and character definition is sort of, important. And the thing is, maybe I should have watched the first 2 and I didn't, but for me, where I am now, when I've watched it, 7.
Okay.
So 7.5 from Paul and 7 from me.
Right,
For
okay.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay,
For
kids.
cinematic randomness.
We've pulled out all the stops today for our Paul's movie magical moments, because I sat there with Pip tonight and we sat down and said, I haven't got a magical movie moment
that
ready.
keeps happening. You need to stop doing that.
Well, I had a birthday party.
No,
Right?
your son had a birthday party.
And then no, trust me, I had a birthday party. And then I collapsed for the rest of the day, sort of thing. I was strung out. You were there, man. Oh yeah, but you were.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there, yeah. So
Rocket party, man.
oh God. So we decided to go. I've kept this kind of in my back pocket for a while, and I know you just brought it up, but you reminded me. I've had it actually in my back pocket for some time, but you reminded me of it tonight when you said.
When I said we should do Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. It is the school teacher scene. Okay, so I shall roll the projector.
Get your gear. Let's go.
You heard him, gear up. Captain just gave you an order.
Yeah. Like the one he gave to take this machine gun. That was a real doozy, wasn't it, Sarge?
Soldier, you are way out of line.
Yes, sir. That was one hell of a call coming to take this nest, but the hell, we lost one of our guys going for it. I swear, I hope Mama Ryan's real fucking happy knowing that little Jimmy's life is a little bit more important than 2 of our guys. But then again, we haven't found them yet, have we? Have we?
Here you go. Get the hell off me. Bribing? Get up. Gear up. Fall in.
I'm done with this mission.
Hey! Hey! Sir. Don't you walk away from your captain. Bribing, get back in line.
No, sir. I'll spend the rest of my life in the stockade if I have to, but I'm done with this.
I'm not gonna ask you again, soldier.
Captain! Now this is bullshit.
Fall in.
You gonna shoot me over Ryan?
No, I'm gonna shoot you because I don't like you.
Sir, listen, if he wants to go, just let him go. You gonna shoot me?
Are you letting this happen? Captain, you see this?
Captain. Sir, Ryan's dead.
Bullshit. So we have a situation. Bullshit. Get in on.
Captain, I have a sixth sense about these things. I know it in my bones.
If you don't kill that son of a bitch crab, now you're gonna shoot me.
Huh? He's better than you.
Then why don't you just do it, Sarge? Do it, man. Put one in my leg and give me that $1 million.
I'm gonna shoot you in your big goddamn mouth.
Well, put your money where your mouth is and do it then.
Shut up. You don't know
Pull
how
the
to
trigger
shut up.
already. Captain, please.
What's the pool on me up to?